New Delhi is the capital of India and seat of the executive, legislative, and judiciary branches of the Government of India. It is also the centre of the government of the National Capital Territory of Delhi. New Delhi is situated within the metropolis of Delhi and is one of the 11 districts of the National Capital Territory of Delhi. The foundation stone of the city was laid by George V, Emperor of India during the Delhi Durbar of 1911. It was designed by British architects Sir Edwin Lutyens and Sir Herbert Baker. The new capital was inaugurated on 13 February 1931, by India's Viceroy Lord Irwin. Although colloquially Delhi and New Delhi as names are used interchangeably to refer to the jurisdiction of NCT of Delhi, these are two distinct entities, and the latter is a small part of the former. Establishment. Calcutta was the capital of India during the British Raj until December 1911. However, Delhi had served as the political and financial centre of several empires of ancient India and the Delhi Sultanate, most notably of the Mughal Empire from 1649 to 1857. During the early 1900s, a proposal was made to the British administration to shift the capital of the British Indian Empire from Calcutta to Delhi. Unlike Calcutta, which was located on the eastern coast of India, Delhi was at the centre of northern India, and the government of British India felt that it would be logistically easier to administer India from the latter rather than the former. The land for building the new city of Delhi was acquired under the Land Acquisition Act 1894. On 12 December 1911, during the Delhi Durbar, George V, then Emperor of India, along with Queen Mary, his consort, made the announcement that the capital of the Raj was to be shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. While laying the foundation stone for the Viceroy's residence in the Coronation Park, Kingsway Camp, the foundation stone of New Delhi was laid by King George V and Queen Mary at the site of Delhi Durbar of 1911 at Kingsway Camp on 15 December 1911. During their imperial visit, large parts of New Delhi were planned by Edwin Lutyens, who first visited Delhi in 1912, and Herbert Baker, both leading 20th-century British architects. The contract was given to Sobha Singh. Construction really began after World War I and was completed by 1931. The city that was later dubbed Lutyens Delhi was inaugurated in ceremonies beginning on 10 February 1931 by Lord Irwin, the Viceroy. Lutyens designed the central administrative area of the city as a testament to Britain's imperial aspirations. Soon Lutyens started considering other places. Indeed, the Delhi Town Planning Committee, set up to plan the new imperial capital, with George Swinton as chairman and John A. Brodie and Lutyens as members, submitted reports for both north and south sites. However, it was rejected by the Viceroy when the cost of acquiring the necessary properties was found to be too high. The central axis of New Delhi, which today faces east at India Gate, was previously meant to be a north-south axis linking the Viceroy's house at one end with Paharganj at the other. During the project's early years, many tourists believed it was a gate from Earth to heaven itself. Eventually, owing to space constraints and the presence of a large number of heritage sites in the north side, the committee settled on the south site. A site atop the Raisina Hill, formerly Raisina Village, a mere village, was chosen for the Rashtrapati Bhawan, then known as the Viceroy's house. The reason for this choice was that the hill lay directly opposite the Dinapana citadel, which was also considered the site of Indraprastha, the ancient region of Delhi. Subsequently, the foundation stone was shifted from the site of Delhi Durbar of 1911-1912, where the coronation pillar stood, and embedded in the walls of the forecourt of the Secretariat. The Rajpath, also known as Kingsway, stretched from the India Gate to the Rashtrapati Bhawan, the Secretariat building, the two blocks of which flank the Rashtrapati Bhawan and houses ministries of the Government of India, and the Parliament House, both designed by Herbert Baker, are located at the Sansad Marg and run parallel to the Rajpath. In the south, land up to Safdar-Jung's tomb was acquired in order to create what is today known as Lucien's bungalow zone. Before construction could begin on the rocky ridge of Raisina Hill, a circular railway line around the council house, called the Imperial Delhi Railway, was built to transport construction material and workers for the next 20 years. The last stumbling block was the Agra-Delhi railway line that cut right through the site earmarked for the hexagonal All India War Memorial and Kingsway, which was a problem because the old Delhi railway station served the entire city at that time. The line was shifted to run along the Yamuna River, and it began operating in 1924. The New Delhi railway station opened in 1926 with a single platform at Ajmeri Gate near Paharganj and was completed in time for the city's inauguration in 1931. As construction of the Viceroy's House, Central Secretariat, Parliament House, and All India War Memorial was winding down, the building of a shopping district and a new plaza, Connaught Place, began in 1929, and was completed by 1933. Named after Prince Arthur, 1st Duke of Connaught, it was designed by Robert Torr Russell, Chief Architect to the Public Works Department. After the capital of India moved to Delhi, a temporary secretariat building was constructed in a few months in 1912 in North Delhi. Most of the government offices of the new capital moved here from their old secretariat in Old Delhi. A decade before the new capital was inaugurated in 1931, many employees were brought into the new capital from distant parts of India, including the Bengal Presidency and Madras Presidency. Subsequently, housing for them was developed around Gol Market area in the 1920s. Built in the 1940s, to house government employees, with bungalows for senior officials in the nearby Lodi estate area. Lodi Colony near historic Lodi Gardens was the last residential areas built by the British Raj, post-independence. After India gained independence in 1947, a limited autonomy was conferred to New Delhi and was administered by a chief commissioner appointed by the Government of India. In 1956, Delhi was converted into a union territory and eventually the chief commissioner was replaced by a lieutenant governor. The Constitution Act, 1991 declared the Union Territory of Delhi to be formally known as National Capital Territory of Delhi. The actual enforcement of the legislation came in 1993. The first major extension of New Delhi outside of Lutyens Delhi came in the 1950s when the Central Public Works Department developed a large area of land southwest of Lutyens Delhi to create the diplomatic enclave of Chanakpuri, where land was allotted for embassies, chanceries, high commissions and residences of ambassadors, around wide central vista, Shanti Path. Geography. With a total area of 42.7 square kilometers, New Delhi forms a small part of the Delhi metropolitan area. Because the city is located on the Indo-Gangetic Plain, there is little difference in elevation across the city. New Delhi and surrounding areas were once a part of the Aravalli Range. All that is left of those mountains is the Delhi Ridge, which is also called the lungs of Delhi. While New Delhi lies on the floodplains of the Yamuna River, it is essentially a landlocked city. East of the river is the urban area of Shardara. New Delhi falls under the seismic zone IV, making it vulnerable to earthquakes. Seismology. New Delhi lies on several fault lines and thus experiences frequent earthquakes, most of them of mild intensity. There has, however, been a spike in the number of earthquakes in the last 6 years, most notable being a 5.4 magnitude earthquake in 2015 with its epicenter in Nepal, a 4.7-magnitude earthquake on the 25th of November 2007, a 4.2-magnitude earthquake on the 7th of September 2011, a 5.2-magnitude earthquake on the 5th of March 2012, and a swarm of 12 earthquakes. including 4 of magnitudes 2.5, 2.8, 3.1, and 3.3, on 12 November 2013. Climate. The climate of New Delhi is a monsoon-influenced humid subtropical climate with high variation between summer and winter in terms of both temperature and rainfall. The temperature varies from 46 degrees Celsius in summers to around 0 degrees Celsius in winters. The area's version of a humid subtropical climate is noticeably different from many other cities with this climate classification in that it features long and very hot summers, relatively dry and mild winters, a monsoonal period, and dust storms. Summers are long, extending from early April to October, with the monsoon season occurring in the middle of the summer. Winter starts in November and peaks in January. The annual mean temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius. Monthly daily mean temperatures range from approximately 14 to 34 degrees Celsius. New Delhi's highest temperature ever recorded is 49.1 degrees Celsius, while the lowest temperature ever recorded is -3.2 degrees Celsius. Those for Delhi metropolis stand at 49.9 degrees Celsius and -3.2 degrees Celsius respectively. The average annual rainfall is 784 mm, most of which is during the monsoons in July and August. Air quality in recent MERS's 2015 Annual Quality of Living Survey. New Delhi ranks at number 154 out of 230 cities due to bad air quality and pollution. The World Health Organization ranked New Delhi as the world's worst polluted city in 2014 among about 1,600 cities the organization tracked around the world, in an attempt to curb air pollution in New Delhi, which gets worse during the winter. A temporary alternate day travel scheme for cars using the odd and even numbered license plate system was announced by Delhi government in December 2015. In addition, trucks will be allowed to enter India's capital only after 11 p.m., 2 hours later than the existing restriction. The driving restriction scheme is planned to be implemented as a trial from January 1, 2016 for an initial period of 15 days. The restriction will be enforced between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., and traffic will not be restricted on Sundays. Public transportation service will be increased during the restriction period. On December 16, 2015, the Supreme Court of India mandated several restrictions on Delhi's transportation system to curb pollution. Among the measures, the court ordered to stop registrations of diesel cars and sport utility vehicles with an engine capacity of 2,000 cc and over until March 31, 2016. The court also ordered all taxis in the Delhi region to switch to compressed natural gas by March 1, 2016. Transportation vehicles that are more than 10 years old were banned from entering the capital. Government. The national capital of India, New Delhi, is jointly administered by both the central government of India and the local government of Delhi. It is also the capital of the National Capital Territory of Delhi. As of 2015, the government structure of the New Delhi Municipal Council includes a chairperson, 3 members of New Delhi's Legislative Assembly, 2 members nominated by the Chief Minister of the NCT of Delhi, and 5 members nominated by the central government. The head of state of Delhi is the Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory of Delhi, appointed by the President of India on the advice of the central government, and the post is largely ceremonial, as the Chief Minister of the Union Territory of Delhi is the head of government and is vested with most of the executive powers. According to the Indian Constitution, if a law passed by Delhi's Legislative Assembly is repugnant to any law passed by the Parliament of India, then the law enacted by the Parliament will prevail over the law enacted by the Assembly. New Delhi is governed through a municipal government, known as the New Delhi Municipal Council. Other urban areas of the metropolis of Delhi are administered by the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. However, the entire metropolis of Delhi is commonly known as New Delhi in contrast to Old Delhi. Urban structure. Much of New Delhi, planned by the leading 20th-century British architect Edwin Lutyens, was laid out to be the central administrative area of the city as a testament to Britain's imperial pretensions. New Delhi is structured around two central promenades called the Rajpath and the Janpath. The Rajpath, or Kingsway, stretches from the Rashtrapati Bhavan to the India Gate. The Janpath, formerly Queensway, begins at Connaught Circus and cuts the Rajpath at right angles. 19 foreign embassies are located on the nearby Shantipath, making it the largest diplomatic enclave in India. At the heart of the city is the magnificent Rashtrapati Bhavan, which sits atop Raisina Hill. The Secretariat, which houses ministries of the Government of India, flanks out of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Parliament House, designed by Herbert Baker, is located at the Sansad Marg, which runs parallel to the Rajpath. Connaught Place is a large, circular commercial area in New Delhi, modelled after the Royal Crescent in England. 12 separate roads lead out of the outer ring of Connaught Place, one of them being the Janpath.